Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN, and we are back for another DCUO video. And today I kind of wanted to make a follow-up to the Fire DPS loadout video that we made. And today I kind of want to show you what I do as far as my white mods, my generator mods, my artifacts, and my what's the other one? The augments for um, this particular loadout. So keep in mind that this is what works best for me. This is what I like to use. Does that mean that you have to use it? No. Does that mean that this is going to be the be-all, end-all of white mods and generator mods and all that crap? No, because I can already see people in the comment section be like, "Oh my God, you suck! You only have 190 skill points. I'm not gonna listen to you, bro. You're absolutely trash." Shut up! Shut up, Becky! Shut up! This is what I use. You don't have to use it. Let's just get that out of the way. So let's go. So as far as your equipment mods and everything like that. So what I am using is, for the weapon, I am using Blast Adapter, where you see there, weapon attack, blast your target, and 5 other enemies for additional damage. This effect can only be used once every 20 seconds. For the head socket, I use Supercharged Neo Venom Boost because that is the supercharge. We do use it a lot because Neo Venom charged actually does charge up pretty quickly from what I've seen. So as you see here, it grants 5% supercharge back to you, which I thought was kind of nice because we're going to be using it a lot. So if we can get that extra little bit of help to get it back more often, then by all means we're going to do that. For the next socket there, because we do have a might based loadout, we are going to use Escalating Might. Increases your might by 2% for 8 seconds when you hit an enemy with a harmful superpower. For the back socket, we're using Berserker. Your damage output increases. So basically what this means is when your health health drops below 35%, you get an extra 10% damage boost, which, you know, in some cases can be the difference of whether you are able to beat a boss or not beat a boss. So just keep that in mind. For the chest mod, we are using Core Strength. If we are focusing solely on DPS here, every little bit of damage that we can gain helps. So even if it is 2%, I feel like that's going to be an additional boost there. For the leg socket, because we are fire, and don't forget too that some of these sockets, they will be based on whatever power that you're using. So in this case, as of right now, we're fire. This is what's going to be, you know, best for fire. Or if you're rage, this will be something that is rage based. If you're, you know, celestial, it'll be something celestial based. So just keep that in mind. So I'm using restorative overheat. Heals you a small amount when you use overheat power. This effect can only be used once every 12 seconds, blah, blah, blah. I've always liked Explosive Block. Your block counter knocks enemies much farther away and increases their helplessness duration for 1%. So I've always liked that one. Just, you know, you can use whatever, but that's the one I use. Hand sockets max damage. Using a superpower increases damage for 2%. So once again, you get another little boost in your damage there. And that's it. Okay, so and then for the generator mods, I'll show you here. Don't mind my clusterfuck of a base here. So basically the only ones I use, now I see a bunch of people use Orbital Strike, I see a bunch of people use the Henchman and the Accomplice. Personally, I'm not like a huge fan of those, so I use Supply Drop and Tactical mods. Obviously the tactical mods being the white mods, and Supply Drop, these are the two that I find the most helpful for me. So once again, just whatever you like to do, just do it. This is what I like to use, so just keep that in mind. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to show you this. We'll come down here and show you this. Now, granted, I haven't collected some of these in a very long time, so just keep this in mind too. But obviously, I don't have any affinity mods there, so you can put some stuff there. In this case, for offense, because we're might based, I want everything to be might. As you can see, like I said, they're old. Don't get me wrong, they're old. It's because I haven't collected any in a very long time, because I did take a long break from the game. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, you'll be able to, the more you play it, the better chance you'll have of collecting better ones like this, or you can go into the marketplace, you know, whatever the case is. For support, I'm using Dominance, because at the time I was basically I've been focusing on Earth, so Dominance is needed for tank, so, and obviously Fire is a tank too, so for a support role in tank, I'm using dominance. So, for example, you can use whatever you really coincides with your support role there. So just keep that in mind as well. Now for the health and power ones, I kind of divided it up. I have 2 health, 2 power. So just keep that in mind as well. This is what I use. So, and then for... what am I doing here? Oh wait, I do need to go back here. So for my artifacts, now you don't have to necessarily use these ones either. There's a ton of artifacts inside the game. I use the Tetrahedron of Urgrund, which is one of the original ones. As you can see there with the bonuses there, you have health and power, you have a Might of Urgrund. The special thing itself is hitting an enemy with superpower grants you and up to 7 group members might equal to, you know, as you see there, 1.2, 1.6, 1.8, or 2% of your health. This effect is doubled in damage or controller roll, so just keep that in mind as well. This is a basic, all-around good one, and I know I can already hear it too. Bro, you only have your artifact up to a level 120. Shut up. Just shut up. Just don't even bother. I'm not even going to respond. But let's see. So the second one I have here is the scrap of the Soul Cloak. As you can see there, as your rank bonuses increase, you get health, power, and might. Health, power, and might. Health, power, and might. Obviously, that's great for being a might-based DPS. Increases your maximum supercharge and supercharge generation by 18, 24, 27%, and reduces your supercharge ability cooldowns by 15%. So the fact that we're using Neo Venom Boost so often because it's a great supercharge and it does charge up quickly, this is great for something like that because you can obviously get it quicker and you can get it faster. So awesome. And then this one is the Strategist card. Then you can see here we gain Might, Dominance, Restoration, and Power. See, as you can see there, I thought the bonuses were really, really good because as you hit the levels, you get 2% Might, 2% Dominance, 2%. So basically you get 2% of everything. And then you get 3% of everything, and then 4% of everything. So it's a great, like, all around. So it's good for everybody because you can increase all of your stats. And then the tactical advantage here, as you can see, but I haven't actually ranked this one up far enough yet. Upon achieving a critical hit on a target, there's a chance to apply tactical advantage on that target based on your ability for 8 seconds. So you can apply critical damage over time, you can apply a critical heal over time, or apply power over time critically. So that's something, to me, that's kind of a great thing. And then it says there, double the chance of tactical advantage, increase the potency by 30%. So obviously this is one that I need to level up more so to get the, to start getting the advantages, but I thought that was a great one too. So now, like I said, these are kind of like interchangeable. You don't necessarily have to use what I use as far as the artifacts are concerned. If you can find something that's a little bit more based, or I should say that more so benefits you as far as, let's say you like being a healer. Let's say you're a water healer. If you find something that's more so like restores your critical heals over time, or increases your trying to think here. So your I know I'm getting tongue tied here. So you can get, like, if you find something that is better for your support role. So if you're not someone who does like to DPS all the time, and you want something that'll help your vitalization, you want to help your restoration, then use a artifact that coincides with that. Now, of course, you can kind of have a mix and match here too, because if you're someone who does like to DPS a little bit and, let's say heal a little bit, obviously you can have one that coincides with your support role, and then you can have 2 for your DPS if you DPS a little more than heal. So just keep that in mind. I mean, you can play around with it. Play around with it. Trial and error. Test it out. See what works best for you. Like I said, what works best for me may not necessarily work best for you. And then as far as the augments go, because I do for the most part play DPS, what I'm going to do is I'm using the mighty metagenes down here, leveling them up as best as I can. Because these will obviously, as you can see, as of right now, so let's take which one's my highest ranked one. This 228. So this 228 one, and it'll tell you there too, recommended for damage superpowers. So for this one in particular, as you can see, it gives me 590 health, 1214 power, 428 might, 542 weaponization rating. So what I would do now, of course, once again, if you're someone that likes to hybrid and DPS and heal, for example, you could have, you could have two healing or two might ones there for your DPSing, and then you could have two restoring ones to benefit your restoration for your heals. So just keep that in mind too. Or if you just want to be straight controller, you can just put all four of these as your vital one to increase your vitalization. So just keep that in mind. If you're a tank, then do all four dominating to get your domination there. And then as of right now, what I do, which with each new episode that comes out, the adaptive augments, we get new ones. And I've noticed that each new one that comes out is a little bit better. Even though I had the ones from the previous episode leveled up to level 15, they, at level 1, these ones from the newest episode are still stronger. So keep that in mind too. So every time a new episode comes out, you want to make sure that you get the adaptive augment from that episode, because even if you do, like I said, get it up to the previous one up to level 15, this one will be stronger at level 1, and it can only go up from there. So keep that in mind too. And then you can see as you get there, you can get like bonuses depending on the content for that episode as well. And then you could obviously keep and mix and match these. So if you had one from, if you kept the ones from the Teen Titans episode and you want to play some of the Teen Titans storyline just for the hell of it, you could throw the Teen Titans one in here, get the bonuses for that content. If you want to do the ones for Atlantis and throw those in there, so you see what I'm saying? You can definitely mix and match these. But as far as the adaptive augments, I would definitely grab the ones from each new episode, because they will be stronger each time you get. Obviously, like it will say that this one is based on what role you play. So if you're all DPS and you're a might DPS, then go all mighty. If you're all precision DPS, precision. If you're someone who likes to switch back and forth from DPS to heal, then do 2 DPS, and then you can do 2 resto ones. So keep that in mind too. And keep in mind as well that, like we said, the white mods sometimes will, depending on which socket they are, will change depending on what power you are. So for this one, it's obviously fire. And then obviously too, with your generator mods, you can change these as well. So if you're a precision DPS, I would have precision in your offense. And if they're like a heal, then you want to have all the support ones be resto. You want to have if you're a controller, you want them all to be vitalization. So keep that in mind. I hope this helps. I know it was kind of a jumbled mess because sometimes my brain thinks faster than how I can speak. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Please let me know if there's anything else that you'd like to see, as far as maybe like, what's the best weapon. I'm thinking about maybe doing an update of that video here soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.